Welcome back to the channel. This is the first of the 1000 point Imperial Bunker Escalation League games, and it's Khorne versus Ultramarines. It's 1000 points on the nose of Ultramarines. Elsewhere on the channel you'll find a more in-depth review of the list and why I've made the additions that I have. But to go over it very quickly, I've got a battalion here with a Primaris captain, a Primaris librarian, two tactical squads with the sergeants have melter bombs, one squad of hellblasters with heavy plasma incinerators, and one squad of intercessors. And then I also have a vanguard detachment with one Primaris lieutenant, two squads of 3 aggressors, and they've got the auto bolt storm gauntlets and frag launchers. And at the back we've got a dreadnought, and that's a twin linked las cannon and a dreadnought combat weapon with a heavy flamer.
Hey guys, and this is my list. I got 4 squads of Khorne berserkers, 3 rhinos, a vindicator, a defiler, and then 2 characters. I got a chaos lord here on the right, and a master of executions on the left.
Okay, so the mission is from Chapter Approved 2017. It's the supply drop. So we've placed our 6 objectives down on the map. And then at the beginning of turn 3, we choose 2 each to remove from the board. Okay, so that's deployment done. We rolled for it and we got Spearhead Assault. I set up first, and then Sean set up second. You can see here it's a bit of a castle for turn 1. Sean initially tried to hide all of his units behind the scenery, but then when I reminded him of rapid redeployment for 2 CP, he went full fluff, and Khorne are now bearing down on the Ultramarines as quickly as they can. Sean, if you just want to go through what's in each of the...
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've got a rhino over here, so Master of Executions, a squad of berserkers, champion with a power axe. I've got the Vindicator and the Defiler in the middle, bearing down on the middle. And then 2 more rhinos. My lord here is in this rhino. I've got 2 squads of berserkers in this rhino, and there's a squad of berserkers in that rhino as well. So very aggressive stance, looking to cap objectives early on. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
I want to try and seize.
Yeah, I was going to say, so I'm going first at this point.
Okay, here we go. Seize. No.
Okay, so it's Ultramarines turn 1.
Here we go.
So, Ultramarines movement done. I've moved the Stalker Bolt rifles out onto the left. They can now see this Vindicator through the gap. The Librarians moved ever so slightly forward. Hellblasters have remained where they are. I advanced both units of aggressors. I've kept these 2 squads up on top here, and I've inched forward with my captain and lieutenant here, just to make sure that the 6-inch bubble still taps a couple of units here. So just going to go on psychic phase. Can't do any aggressive ones, but just for the sake of it, I'm going to try and get precognition, which gives my librarian 5 up invulnerable saves, charge value of 5, and I got a 5. So he now has precognition. Now on to the shooting phase. So that's the end of the shooting phase. A combination of the Stalker Bolt rifles and the Hellblasters have taken the Vindicator off the board, and then small arms fire from all the rest of the units. The Dreadnought's not small arms fire, but it only did 1 damage with the shot that did get through. Essentially all we've done is taken 2 wounds off of this central rhino. And now we're going to go, no charges obviously, so now we're going to go on to Khorne turn 1.
Okay guys, so I've done a bit of hide and seek. All the rhinos are moved to hide. They don't want to be shot next turn. My lord's jumped out and he's took a little snipe up at the Hellblasters. Managed to pop one of those with a Hellfire round for 1 CP. And the Defilers move around here. Everything pops smoke. So we're going to see if we can survive another round of shooting from the Ultramarines. That's my turn.
Okay, so that's the Ultramarines' turn 2 over. I move the aggressors over here. I advance these aggressors into this position. I move the captain and the lieutenant just over here, keeping their bubble active. These chaps didn't move, so they benefited from bolter discipline. I move the librarian across and rolled again for precognition, which he's managed to get. Dreadnought remains stationary. The hull blasters slightly rearranged themselves on top of this building, and I just created a little attack squad over here with the Stalker bolt rifles. As for damage to the enemy, I brought down this rhino to 3 wounds, and I destroyed the rhino here. They all got out unscathed, and it didn't explode either. And that's the end of turn 2 for the Ultramarines. So on to turn 2 for Khorne.
Hey guys, right, okay, so we've moved everything up. The Defiler's been let to balance. We're like kind of thinking that he's crawling over that thing. Very kindly letting me do that. These guys have just got as close to that wall as possible, trying to avoid being overwatched. Got Berserkers down here. They're going to look to try and get up this wall and get these guys. Got Berserkers over here. They're going to try and get these guys. And I've got this Rhino here that's going to try and probably charge into somebody as well. Okay, really exciting second turn. We got a couple of charges off. These guys over here managed to kill these Ultramarines over here. And then the Berserkers over here managed to kill the Librarian. Unfortunately, dramatic fail over here. The Defiler didn't manage to make its roll into combat, which meant that the Berserkers had to stay hiding because they couldn't risk facing Overwatch. Let's see what happens in turn 3.
So at the end of Ultramarines turn 3, we rolled for the supply drop. The 3 objective markers that I chose to be part of my roll were 1, which was there, 3, which was about here, and 5. And as you can see, I rolled a 5 on the D3, which meant that objective 5 is the one that's been kept. Then a variety of shooting from the aggressors and the twin-link lasgun on here, and the Hellblasters brought down the Defiler. The aggressors managed to bring down the 5-man Berserker squad and the character that wasn't the Warlord, which is the, what is it?
Here's Master of Executions.
Master of Executions. And some pot shots from everything else took down the squad of Berserkers that were there and the 3 Berserkers that were there. And now we go on to turn 3 for the Khorne.
Everyone's hidden up in this ruin over here, guys. And we're going to see if the Ultramarines can come and face me down.
Just to explain, unfortunately, Sean rolled for this objective to be the other 3-point, well, the 3-point objective. So the objective here and the objective here are the only 2 left in the game, and there were 3 points each. Okay, so to wrap up turn 4 for the Ultramarines, everything's kind of just shifting left across this side of the board. Realise that I can't really do much about what's going on in there. They're just going to jump out at some point and pizzazz me. So I charged in this tactical squad. They managed to kill actually all 3, but then a useful CP roll kept the sergeant alive, who proceeded then to chomp through 4 of the boys, and that's it for Ultramarines turn 4.
Not a lot happened. Everyone's hiding in this corner still. Managed to kill 1 tactical marine with combat from through the building. Next turn.
Okay, so this is Ultramarines turn 5 complete. The aggressors are going to go for line breaker. I've again continued the shift over. I've moved the troops down here to make sure that this is objective secured. And then I've got the aggressors, Hellblasters, and I advanced the Dreadnought over here. I've still got enough CP for defensive, I think it's defensive strategy, defensive focus. And as the game could potentially end at the end of this turn, I just needed a couple of units on there in order to force the movement from Khorne. Okay, so wrap up of turn 5 for Khorne. They managed to wipe out the tactical squad here, so they now hold this objective as they've consolidated around. He didn't manage to finish off the final squad member here. He's moved the Rhino around here, and the Warlord is now perched on top of the building. So we just rolled off for the end, and we rolled a 3, which means that this game continues for one more turn. Okay, so the end of the game, we've just gone through it. I made an error, and the aggressors, I forgot these chaps were here, and they're the closest unit, so the aggressors couldn't actually shoot the Warlord. And so that meant that Khorne got them down. We rolled, and he's killed the Hellblaster. We rolled to continue the game, but it was a 3, not a 4, and so Khorne wins 6-2. Thanks for watching. See you next time.